We are going to be talking on our wedding plans and budgeting. How we planned. We wrote. You don't even want to see our jota. We wrote things, lots of things. How we planned, how the wedding went, and now, okay, my ring is not here. And now that we are married, so we are going to be giving you a hint, just for, like, recently I was just going through my books and my journals, and then I came across it and I was like, yeah, see our plans. Oh, you don't even want to believe. So we are just going to be showing you little tips on how we planned and how well the wedding went, to the glory of God.
So basically, planning the wedding was just it was ethic, and I have to let you know that planning wedding, you shouldn't be disappointed, because not all the things you wrote down is going to happen. But just the reason why we are doing this video basically is just to serve as a guideline for someone that is you're planning your wedding this year, and just some people are confused. It's like only in a desert. How am I going to do it? Who has done it before? You start asking questions. So this video will be like more like a guide. It's not a template. Anyways, every wedding has its own uniqueness. But this will also be like a guide, so that it won't come at you unexpectedly. So I will advise you subscribe to this channel, like the video, share with your friends, your colleagues, anyone that is planning a wedding, that is almost wedded, all of that. So
without further ado, let's jump right in. Planning the wedding, number one, drama.
What was the first thing we did when we said we wanted to get married? Like what was
intro? You even start from intro.
Yeah, from the introduction, man. Worst thing, the first thing that comes to your mind when you say you want to get married. In fact, the reason why most people have not gotten married is because, or most people are scared of even attempting, is because of funds. Funds, and I must tell you sincerely, those that have done wedding, they don't have all the money stacked up somewhere, but when you are able to plan very well and take the bold step, you just see that the marriage, before you know it, is done. And you don't need all the money in the world to plan a wedding. You just have to cut your coat according to your...
Is it cloth or size? It's cloth, or not your size.
According to your clothes.
According to the fabric that you have.
Because sometimes fabric is not enough and you're fat. You just have to trim it. So for me, I'm this kind of top-notch person. I always like everything to be done excellently.
Excellent, Baba.
And excellence naturally is is costly, is expensive sometimes. So I always like, my wife is more like a conservative person.
I can calculate anything.
Ijebu now will always come out, but
Ijebu plus economics.
Myself, if anything is worth doing at all, is worth doing well. So that's the mindset I had. So, but with the blend that we had, I was the low expensive person. Then she was the conservative person. So we met at a middle, at a junction. So we were able to blend the two together. So that was the first thing. But I knew that right from introduction, I knew that I'm going to be spending a lot. And then it was just a little coming in, and then we had the budget as high as anything.
See, like what I always say, when people say, before I don't want to get married now because I need money, I use money. See, I've heard lots of people talk about it, that you would never have the money for wedding stacked up somewhere. You can't have money stacked up and then you are saying this money is for wedding. You can't.
When you plan on something.
Basically, so God goes along with your plan. He sees the desires in your heart, and then he helps you in line with that. But not that you don't have any plan and then you won't go to. He didn't do it. Then I think when you talked about the planning, it just crossed my mind too, how your planning should also include details of what you want. Sure. So we had details, like I'm going to be sharing the notes with you. We had details. We had 2 million, 3 million. We cut it down. We had
there'll be a lot of cutting. I think first of all, when planning a wedding, what worked for us. So everything we are going to be talking about is practically all what we did, what we did. So you just take the one that
that suits you.
That suits you in it. I think first thing we did was we first of all looked out for people that that can get things done for us at little or no cost.
True.
Little
And then we trust.
Yeah,
We trust
trusted
the works of their hands, because left for me, I think I would have just stuck with it cheap, make we dey go. But he wanted excellence, so we had to look for the ones that were affordable and excellent. And as you're talking about that, I remember how we went for wedding clothes.
Yeah, no worry, we'll come to that. Let's just because that's a long gist on this one. So the first thing that we did, we looked out for people that could do it for us at low or free, at low price or free. So we highlighted it, what they were going to do. We highlighted it, so we started reaching out to them, consulting with them. So it got to a point that it got so cumbersome. Like, my wife is a banker, she was always busy and all of that. So I just had the need arose for us to get a planner. We got a wedding planner. It wasn't a professional wedding plan. Actually, he plans a lot of events, but professionally he is not majorly into weddings, but he was into events and all of that. Yeah, shout out to Toba.
Shout out to you guys.
Toba saved our house a lot. So we got him, and then I got talking to Toba. I knew he was competent. I wasn't doubting his. So I got talking to him. Toba, this and this and this is what I want. I need you to help me do planning, running around, checking up on this, making arrangements for this. So, but Toba helped me with. He's very good with Excel, so he helped me with an Excel spreadsheet of things that needs to be done, right from introduction to Ashwebi to wedding to everything about wedding. So he highlighted everything for us to do. And then I first discussed, I had to send him a brief of how I want my wedding to be. I told him of how I wanted it to be a garden wedding. I wanted it to be just a few people, this and this and this, to the musician, to everything, the band, everything. It was so detailed like that. So I had to tell him that this. Okay, he said, okay, no problem. We looked out for vendors that could help us at good price, at free. So we scouted. He helped me to negotiate too. Sometimes most vendors, he negotiated them, and then he got the decorator, he got the musician, he got a lot of things for us, and then we were putting budgets to it. So finally we were able to draw out a full cost of the wedding. Okay, so this and this is the amount that we need. So that's the first thing, that's the most important thing. Know how much that you need first. Then the next was scouting for funds, which was very, very important. We knew we were going to fly from Abuja because we were both staying in Abuja, so we need to travel out for the introduction. Travel down to the south for the introduction, and then afterwards travel again for the wedding and all of that. So first thing we did was to book our flight. So because we wanted to get cheap flights, when it's close to the date of travel, it's always expensive. So we needed.
It was close to end of the year.
It was close to
lots
end
of traveling and all.
And then it was a pandemic year, so they were just opening up.
True.
So we had a introduction before the pandemic. So we booked the flights. So we booked the flights. We got it cheap, so we booked the flight. So we traveled for the introduction. We got some stuff, and parents, parents are amazing. Our parents know. Shout out to my mother-in-law. Shout out to my parents. No, they are very, very amazing. They were all out for us.
They saved us.
They saved us a lot. They were even more joyous than us. So my dad was all over the place. Preparing and trying to get items. Our folks wrote a long list.
Giving me very short list. Disclaimer: short list.
See, I must tell you,
the list was so short.
Let me talk now. I'm the one. Tell them about your Zobo.
Which Zobo? I'm saying the truth, guys. The list was short, like reasonably short, to the extent that what? I'll show them picture now. See, Baba did not even buy anything for me, sef.
See, guys, believe me, I don't lie in the afternoon. All right, see, that list was very long. In fact, they were putting unnecessary stuff. It's only Keno and private jets that was not in that
Did
list.
we collect goods?
Eh?
Did we collect goods?
We bought goats for you. We did not call it. You did not call. You did not ask for goats. We bought goats. You can't be using this to derriba Ekiti people. So long short of the story, we bought a lot of stuff. So my dad was responsible. He said he was going to buy everything on the list, and he bought everything on the list.
Thank you, Daddy.
So thank you, Daddy. Thank you. So that was that. Then fast forward to during the introduction, we took the pre-wedding pictures.
Yes.
Yeah, the pre-wedding pictures. We needed because we didn't want to fly. We didn't want the photographer was in Lagos. We were in Abuja. So we didn't want to fly the photographer, and we didn't want to fly twice, like go for the introduction, come back, then start taking pre-wedding pictures. So we just decided that okay, during the introduction, we're going to do the pre-wedding photos. So shout out to our photographer.
Yummy. We're still trying to choose a suitable date before we now did the IV. When we did the IV finish, then I'm not sure we posted it quite immediately. We posted it like maybe a month or 2 months to the wedding. And then people came, all started giving us gifts, started sending money to us. You just see a random person call you, I saw your IV, send your account, all of you.
Hey,
you don't want to
you don't know what else turns me on. Send your account number.
Every 1,000
everyone
was a lifesaver.
I'm telling you.
Every 1,000
with
was
friends
a lifesaver.
that said, "Oh, send me account number 5,000." In fact, as money was coming, I was saying, "Oh God, thank you,
thank you so much."
And I think one
much.
important thing that we did that really, God is the provider.
No, definitely. So we didn't go back. We didn't tell you how we have already prayed for the wedding, like days that would keep praying. Even we had I think there was a time we fasted for the wedding and then came together, prayed. So we are not eluding the fact that we prayed and we believed in God. We are just telling you how we also planned, because we had to pray and plan.
What I wanted to say then was God is the provider, is the ultimate source. So we knew we needed, sometimes you need God for your life assignment. Once you decide to do your life assignment without God, life assignment in the sense that your purpose, marriage, your whatever thing, aspirations and all. So once you don't need God for your life assignment, then it's not a life assignment. Your life assignment has to be bigger than you. Have to need God to do your life assignment, for it to be a life assignment. So we knew we needed God, because there was no way we could get such amount of money as at that time. There was no way we could get it. So we trusted God completely. Everything about our wedding was just based on trust. Trusting God wholeheartedly. So we knew we needed Him. So every money that came in, we tithed on every penny that came in.
True.
We tithed on everything. Once someone gives us 5,000 naira, we tithe on it. 10,000 naira, we tithed on it, because we knew we needed more.
True.
So we were writing it down, we were tithing on it. So more was coming in. So we trusted God.